A couple episodes ago, I say a couple, I don't know how long ago it was, but we made the proclamation that we're not old.
Mm-hmm.
We are not. We disown the Unk label, correct?
Yeah.
I'm 24. I don't know if you're 24 or 25.
25.
Yeah. What? We're not old. There's some
No.
things I've noticed, though. I'm going to be honest. There's some things I've noticed. Like in the morning, you know how you get in the car and you're trying to hook up the aux cord or you're trying to hook up the Bluetooth?
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, I do not do that because I want to play the trivia on the radio. I'm not, the trivia comes on at 7:30. I can't miss it.
Bless you.
That's some old people shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I've never done that, though.
What, wait for the trivia?
No, I don't really listen to the radio. I listen to my own music, solely because I don't listen to the radio or anything on it.
I listen to sports talk, or when I'm trying to conserve battery on my phone, I'll just turn on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And in the morning, that's when I found out they do a trivia show. $1,000 minute, they call it, because it's like 10 questions in a minute that you got to answer.
Yeah.
For a chance to win $1,000. And me and my lady will sit there just answering the questions. It feels like I'm there with the newspaper doing the crossword puzzle. You know what I mean?
Why don't you call in or something?
Which, by the way, I said this to my grandparents, and they were like, "What do you mean by that?" I was like, "Why are y'all taking offense?" My grandfather was like, "Your grandma does the crosswords every morning," and I was like, "You're just proving the point."
I don't know what are you mad about? You just answered my question.
I don't know what you want me to say. I really don't.
I mean, part of the standard gift for my grandma is crossword puzzles or the word search. Or that's my granddad, actually. Hers would be Sudoku.
I enjoy a good puzzle. I was really into Blueprints for a little bit. I was addicted to that game. And it's just a game where you're trying to figure out how to get to every room in this house using like clues that are down to paintings and stuff, you know? I enjoy a good puzzle. Me and my lady have already said that we're not going to do the 500-piece puzzle when we're older. You go over to the grandparents' house and there's just a puzzle that's not fully done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not going to be that, but we are going to do that with like Legos,
We have both of those here, so I can't really speak much on that one. For a minute, whenever we had COVID, and we were just stuck in the house, like my roommate would pull out some 750-piece puzzles, and we would sit there and do them in the living room while watching a movie or something.
That's old people shit.
I can't deny it.
That's old people shit.
And every once in a while, he would get a bunch of Legos and then would build those in the thing and put them up. Because, we have quite a bunch of Legos that are around the house that are just like gigantic couple $100 sets.
Dude, some of my favorite videos on the internet are like, man, groceries are so expensive. Just all this cost me $600. And it was like a loaf of bread, some eggs, some meat, and then like a life-size Darth Vader Lego set.
I always found some truth to those in just general, like for grocery shopping. Because I remember going like after work at Sam's, I would grab bread, I think eggs, probably some beef, and like milk, and that shit was like $50-$60. It was like, holy shit, dude, that's a lot.
Well, speaking of groceries, that was the other part that I realized I'm getting old, dude. I'm getting older. The age is coming upon me.
Why is that? Because you're going grocery shopping?
No, earlier tonight we went and grabbed the turkey and the ham for this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And we found a 13-pound turkey that was $30. And we found a ham that I think was half the size for like $20. Right? And with tax, it came out to $63.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Right? But we was at Kroger and we got us a little Kroger rewards. Type in the number. That price went all the way to $38. From 63 to 38.
I bet you the prices you saw were those lower prices.
Well, we saw like the original and we didn't see the little sticker that says on sale or reward member or whatever. And I sat there for literally like a minute going, shout out Kroger. Amen. Can you believe? And I was walking out the store and my lady was like, yeah. And I was like, that was like half the price, man. Man, we got to start coming here more often. She was like, yeah.
I mean, maybe, but Kroger is still generally more expensive for me in grocery shopping.
Thought about calling my little brothers and being like, oh, you just pull up to the Kroger. They got the deals. All right, old man. They do.
Go grab a turkey real quick. We kind of need another.
Yeah, man.
I don't think I've actually had to buy a turkey in forever because, I mean, the last one I had was given to me and they were giving out turkeys to everybody. So it was a whole turkey for free.
Where was this?
At my work at Sam's. Like they had a whole ass pallet and they were like, all employees can get one.
Amen.
And I was like, all right. So I took a whole ass turkey.
I did. Our holiday meal was catered by Mission Barbecue. That brisket was fire.
I'm resending a picture of it.
Fire, dude. I stole a pack of the rolls. I did. And I stole some of the sauce. I did.
Lord. Do you still have it or is it already gone?
Oh, no, it's in the fridge. But I've been using it on like some chicken sandwiches. And then my lady made the turkey and ham for her work's holiday meal. And she brought the turkey home. So I put some of that sauce on the turkey. It's like a spicy honey barbecue sauce, dog. Fire.
Interesting.
All over the turkey, bro.
Interesting.
I'd just be standing over, just spraying that all over the turkey. You know what I mean?
All right. I mean, shit. I'm more of a ham guy.
Well, we got this big ass ham, and
I did see
my lady is better at making ham than she is turkey. She's really good at both. She got upset because she woke up at 2 a.m. to make sure this ham and turkey was ready for her work's holiday meal. 2 a.m. she was making this, and she got done like right before we left. We leave, we get there. She sets it up under 2 of those, those little like gas burners that you can buy.
Yeah.
She sets it up with those. Everybody starts pulling up, and nobody has made what they were supposed to bring. They're making it there. And she was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
How big is the kitchen?
It's not that big. I was in there to put the turkey down. They were using these burners to cook the stuff, man. And my lady was getting increasingly more upset because she already had a time crunch to cook this ham and turkey, so she knew it wasn't going to be the best she can do. And now she thought they were going to eat around noon, and she was fine with that. They didn't eat until like 2:30, so she had to reheat the turkey and ham. So they just weren't as good as they could have been.
Yeah, I would have been pissed. I would have been so mad. It would have been over. Like, especially, I mean, how early does everybody get there?
She gets there. She walks through the doors at 9 o'clock. Everybody else gets there like 30 minutes later.
And the plan was, I'm assuming here, was to get it there, set up, and, have a thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
just
all day for people to come in and out, getting plates and stuff.
Yeah, I've been mad.
And the real fucked up part, by the way, most of it was like store-bought stuff. Bro, workplace full of women, and they couldn't make anything homemade. The only homemade things were the ham and turkey for my wife and the mashed potatoes. That's not out of pocket. Wait.
It is a little bit, though.
That's not out of pocket.
Because I figured there were some dudes or whatnot mixed in, and you said a workplace full of women and they couldn't make anything homemade. Come on.
Dude, full of women. The only things homemade in that bitch were the ham, turkey, and mashed potatoes.
I feel like that's a little out of pocket.
It's not out of pocket, though. If you walked into a workplace full of guys, if you worked into like an electrician break room, right, where there was like one woman, everybody would feast on what the woman brought, and everybody would start bitching about how store-bought everything else got. You know
I guess this is where our experiences differ, because around here, like I've been to a couple like Thanksgiving things that are work related, and like I even like when I worked at FedEx, there was this one place, I think it's called Growers. They had a Thanksgiving thing and they invited me to it because I was the driver for the day. Bunch of dudes, like bunch of old guys. They brought the best fucking food.
You know who made it?
Not their wives. They was literally them. They were cooking it there that morning. And I know because I showed up that morning and they were cooking it. And they were like, you want to come back later? And I was like, let me check. You know what? Yeah. And they're like, cool, come back around this time if you're available. I was like, I'll be there. And I showed up and they all finished cooking and set it all up and we were eating.
No, it was their wives cross-dressing.
I went 100%. It was all them.
Men can't cook. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
that's
okay.
What I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the woman's duty. That's not what I'm saying.
That's why I was calling it out of pocket, because that was the one thing I picked. That's what I picked up from that. And I was like, Jesus, all right.
It's not out of pocket. I didn't say, get in the kitchen, you filthy bitch. I didn't say that. Those words did not come out of my mouth.
Yeah. I hear you.
I just said a workplace full of women, I expect homemade.
And
I expect homemade food.
Okay. Sure.
Stop painting it like it's out of pocket. It really isn't.
Just ever so slightly, you know?
It's not out of pocket.
I mean,
I will not accept that it's out of pocket.
I'm willing to accept that some women can't cook, you know?
I'm not saying there's no women that can't cook.
I'm not expecting them to.
I'm saying there are less women if they can't cook. Okay? But I'm not saying you have to start cooking.
All right, these are the takes from Jackie. That was it.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I like to think as a guy myself, I do pretty damn well in the kitchen.
You're less of a man if you can't start fixing. If you don't know how to use a wrench, you're less of a man. Can we say that?
Not
as a
really.
Society, can we say that?
Do you know the young kids of this generation who don't know what a screwdriver is?
So since we can say that, I can say you're less of a woman if you can't make some. You know what I mean?
You know what? If that's what you think, I will.
That's not what I think. That's not what I think. That's what the red light homies can go.
No, sir.
That's what we are unifying and saying.
No, that's what you are saying. I'm saying nothing of the sort.
And I've heard no pushback from you. I've just heard.
Oh, yes, you've heard no pushback from me in like the last 7 minutes at all.
I've heard amen, Jackie. Preach, brother.
Sure. Okay.
Hallelujah.
You know what? Yeah, that's what you heard. Sure. No, I remember you Snapchatting me. You know what? I have to bring this up. You know, now that I think about it, remember how we opened up last recording? You know, with my you saying my Snapchats would annoy you sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes your lack of responses to my Snapchats is annoying.
If I don't have anything to say, why would I force something?
I mean, sure, but like I'll send a question or something, and I'll be like, okay, we'll see what he has to say. I see you read it, and I'm like, is he going to respond? Is he going to answer it? Anything.
You got an example?
I think there was one day I was asking you.
Think?
All right. There was one day where I was asking you something to do with the editing of the podcast. I was asking for, I was giving you options and be like, which one do you think would look best? And then you read it probably 10 minutes later. And I was like, I'll just move on, and I'll remember that spot for when he responds. You read it like 10 minutes later. I'm like, okay, maybe he's responding. Nothing.
I didn't respond. I recall you asking me an editing question like months ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
From that example, at least.
I don't. Maybe it was too late. Maybe I thought it was too late because I was like, this was 10 minutes ago. Because usually you're editing while I'm at work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard.
That's why I usually just go back. I'll give the options. I'll be like, hey, you want this or this, or which one do you think looks best? And I'll move on to continue while, because I know you're at work.
Well, then I'll take an L on that. But usually when I don't respond, it's just because I don't have anything to say. Like, even if it's like you ranting, I'm just like, oh, I guess he got it off his chest. I don't think you want a Snapchat of me going, damn, bro. That's crazy. And that just seems like I'm shrugging it off,
You may be right. You may be right.
My lady, by the way, hates me talking on the phone with the men in my family.
What do you sound like?
She hates it because we don't know how to end the conversation. The conversation always ends in us like talking over each other and then be like, all right, take care. And the phone call will end. And I overthink my social interactions I have with anybody. So legitimately the end of the phone call, either they'll hang up or I'll be like, and press the end call, and I'll literally be sitting there like, ugh. Like, y'all are so fucking weird.
I think that's a man thing, not knowing how to end a phone call.
Yeah.
Even at work, like all I do is take calls, and half the time I'm just like, should I end the phone call now, or do I wait for them to hang up, or what?
It's easy with my lady because it's just, all right, I love you. I love you too. Bye. And that's it.
Yeah.
But like legitimately the first time, I don't know what it was, but like ending the phone call, I told my dad I love him, and he was like, all right. Hung up the phone. And I was like, all right, was that gay? Did he come across? Because it'd be weird to think it's gay because it's coming from your son. So what's in your mind, first of all? B, do you not think it's masculine? I've seen you do shit that's not masculine, so I don't know what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Don't try this hyper masculine bullshit. I know you. I've known you for 20 goddamn years.
There are men in the family that just won't say I love you back.
Yeah.
Even though they do, but like.
What's crazy is like, I know not to say that to my grandfather. And it's not like some weird shit where he'll get like itchy about it. But like my grandfather is like old fashioned military guy, you know, like it's not in his vocabulary to the other men in his family.
Yeah.
But my dad has set me down and be like, I love you, right? Like he said, so why is it weird for me to say that shit over the phone, dog? Why are you making me feel weird about it?
I mean, I don't have like all the military people in my family were, one's dead, the other is still here with us. He's young and kicking. They just won't really have a response. Like I have a feeling that they just don't know how to respond to it.
Yeah.
Feel like they grew up in a time where that just wasn't said so much from between men. So they're just like, I
always go back and forth on whether or not that is the proper thing to do. Because like raising a boy certainly need a lot of tough love, Yeah. But it feels like taking that fully out of their life, hearing from their father that they love you, it always seems to fuck them up,
I don't think I would like refrain from saying that to my son if I had a son. Like they would know that I love them. I'm not going to just be kind of awkward about it or just not say it at all or anything.
You won't be like little 13-year-old saying, "Dad, I love you." Like, don't try that gay shit on me, huh?
Don't imagine I would do anything like that. No.
Gay. That's gay. Are you gay?
You tell me now.
Like, but like you're low key progressive, so you're like, there's nothing wrong with it. But are you gay? No, Dad, I just love you. You can tell me if you're gay, but that's gay.
I just want to make it known that, I'm okay with it if you're gay, but like, just so you know, that's gay.
I feel like Petey and Remember the Titans. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I gotta know. Know what? I gotta know. What are you talking about, bro? You know what I gotta know, so don't mess with my mind.
Yeah.
I've legit thought, and this may be a question, this may be a conversation that you want to scoot away from.
Okay.
But I've legitimately thought, like, what if my kid ended up being gay or trans? And it's not that I'm against it. It's just like, being gay, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Because it's just like who you like. I don't care,
Mm-hmm.
But being trans is a massive thing, that they have to deal with their entire life. Yeah. And for me, it would just be very difficult to navigate that, and also walk the line of like, what is inappropriate, what is too young, what is this, what is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think for me, I probably would let them wait until they hit, let's say, 18 before they decide on, how far they want to go with, them being trans if they are. Like, say, for, surgery's sake or whatever the fuck, medicine stuff. I would probably want them to hold off at least until they're like 18 so they can make those decisions for themselves. Legally, of course.
Yeah. Me and my lady have talked it over several times, and I don't know, that'd be such a difficult thing to dance around, because if you let them, if they want to transition into a woman, or they feel like they're a woman, and they go through a male puberty, I hear that really sucks. But also, I don't want them transitioning before they're 18, because you hear the stories about detransitioning, and that shit sucks. It is one of the worst things to go through. And yes, it's like a low percentage, but it's still there,
I actually haven't heard much about that part of it, I guess.
Yeah, people who thought they were trans and got the surgeries done and realized, oh my God, I just fucked myself up. I'm not this. There was something else going on. And now they detransition, getting all the proper parts put back. They say it's costly. It's mentally draining and mentally, hard. Yeah. While also, your body just went from, we'll say, male parts to female parts. And then, oh shit, I actually need the male parts. It really drains on you, and it's one of the worst things to go through. And that's the reason why I wouldn't push for a transition like so early,
I just want them to be able to make that decision, on their own completely. I mean, sure, they may still be my insurance, I guess, but because they're 18 if they decide they want to do it at that time. But I mean, you're 18, you're an adult, you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not on me to tell you how to feel. I mean, it never really would be. So
I think me and my lady decided that, like, if they're a boy and they're like, oh, I think I'm a girl, then we'll probably be like, okay, whatever, and then, but if they're still carrying that on until they're like, 10, where they're like, oh, yeah, I still think I'm a girl, then we'll start taking it a little more seriously, maybe take them to a psychiatrist or a doctor or whatever. But if now they're like 12 years old, about to enter teenage years and puberty, and they're like, no, like, seriously, I think this way, and it's causing me mental distress, I think that's when we'll step on the gas pedal of, therapists and doctors and to get it figured out, to truly make sure as best as we can that that's what they're going through.
I mean, yeah, I could feel that. Just making sure that that's actually their feelings, like 100%
Yeah.
reasonable.
I'm not I've thought about parenting a lot, mostly because whatever. Me and her are seriously thinking about a kid in the very near future, at least trying for it,
Mm-hmm.
And so we keep having these conversations. And I know we've discussed it to some length before, but what do you think of gentle parenting?
I don't like gentle parenting.
No?
It's like, I could understand how, beating your kid, would not really help with, discipline. Sure. But I feel like gentle parenting is kind of taking that stance to the extreme. And it's just like, yeah, I'm only going to talk to my kid. I've seen the way kids act with gentle parenting, and I'm just like, you could have stopped this 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
In all honesty. And you would have been fine. The kid would have been crying and mad, but they would not be doing what they're doing. And you would have told them, you would have shown them, hey, that's not what you're supposed to do. But gentle parenting is just like, no, you can't do that. No, stop it. No, stop it. Go stand down in 5. Go to the timeout corner. Go to timeout corner. 3. And what are you going to do after you got to 1? What are you going to do?
Have you watched the Moondocks yet?
No.
There's a scene where grandfather, I think they call him, he's in the store, and this child is with this white lady, and he's just tearing boxes of cereal open. He's destroying the store, and she's like, I've told him no so many times, and he just won't stop. And grandfather's like, you should try beating his ass. She looked at him and went, what? And he took off his belt and handed it to her. And he was like, all right, now like this. And she just starts beating the shit out of this kid. But no, that kid, yeah. Instead of saying all that, you just, give him a little swat on the ass, and then he's going to be holding the cart doing, we've all been there,
Yeah. I'm all for whipping your kid, spanking your kid. Just, as long as you don't go as far as actually beating their ass, sure.
Yeah, I tried to be I don't know. I always see spanking as an absolute last resort, the last of the
as it
last
should be.
resort. And I realize a lot of what goes into parenting I don't understand. I try to keep in mind I'm not a parent, so I can't. Mm-hmm. I haven't been put into those situations,
Yeah.
But there is still a couple things where I'm like, did you have to whoop my ass? Did you have to put your hands on me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it should be a last resort. That's what you're going to do to stop it. You try telling them no, they don't stop, then yes, whoop them.
Yeah. I think my whole deal is, and it's why I continue to hate, one of the most infuriating things I heard as a kid that I always fought back against. And my dad just told me, no, you'll understand when you're older and you have kids. And I have thought about it over and over again, and I cannot think of a scenario where this would work unless I was completely and totally just lazy. And that is, do this because I said so. Maybe you can fill me in on why that's acceptable. Possibly.
You'll understand when you're older.
I got told to do or to act a certain way so many times, and whenever I asked why, I got the answer because I said so. And then my dad had a talk with me of why he says that, because again, I would push back saying, that's kind of ridiculous. And he'd be like, you'll understand when you have kids.
I feel like because I said so is kind of a stop asking me why kind of thing.
Sure.
Like if you tell your kid to do something, they say why, and you like because this, like why, because this, why, because I said so. Now fucking do it. Like that's kind of what I would. That's what I would think.
Okay. I guess it could work for a kid being annoying.
Yeah.
But I will say it was used a lot when I just asked why one time. It was like, I told you to do it. I just think that shows, and this may be the libertarian in me coming out, but it shows like, oh no, you're going to bow to authority. I have authority over you, so you have to do whatever I say. Rather than,
I could see that.
I wish, and I don't mean to like call out my parents. I if they got a problem, text me. I wish instead of like clean your room, why? Because I told you to do it. I wish you would have explained a clean room. It helps your mental health. It really, really does. Being in a clean space, it helps you be more productive. It helps you get up better. It puts you in a better mood. Like you can explain why the act of cleaning your room helps you as a human being instead of just I told you so. And it feels like I got told that because I don't want to explain this to you. So I told you so. Which I guess is fair. It just seems lazy.
I'm not going to question your intelligence or anything, but like as a kid, if that was explained to you, would you understand?
I guess it depends on how old I am. And also, you can adjust based on language.
I mean, yeah, you can.
You can adjust based on age.
Yeah, you can. But it's just like, how would you explain that to, like, let's say a 7-year-old? Like,
if they're a 7-year-old, you turn it into a game. You know?
I mean, you could.
Picking up toys, and you're like, bro, shoot it from this spot, it's 3 points. Shoot it from this spot, it's 5 points. If you hit your mom, it's 10 points. And if you said that dad told him to do it, I'll say I don't know what you're talking about.
And that's negative 10 points.
No.
Nah, I'm going to call my mom out.
I'll give you $5 to do this one. I'll give you $5 to do this, but if you rat me out, you owe me 10.
Now I'm going to call my mom out here because I remember that you ever had the parent, I was in my room, door closed. I think I was watching TV or something, laying down. My mom calls for me. I go, yes, nothing. The how they keep silent to get you to walk up there. So I go up there, go to the living room, and I'm like, did you need me? She says, grab me that remote. Her? Remote. Like 5 feet away.
Yeah.
I turned around and walked out. She's like, no, you got it.
No, I'm not doing that.
And she did it wholly as a joke too, so that's something. But I don't think I ever really got hit with it because I said so, unless I was too young to remember.
Yeah, no, that really used to aggravate me. My parents would call to me, and I escaped a beating one time. I escaped a beating in the smartest way possible, and that's by hunkering down. All right. I forgot what the situation was. All I know is I remember we used to clash with my stepmother all the time. So it probably had something to do with that.
Yeah.
But Dad called for us to come downstairs, and I knew we were getting our ass beat. So my 2 little brothers went downstairs, and I sat my fat ass in the bathroom, dog. I sat in the bathroom as long as I could. And you bet I heard downstairs, ah! Ah! Just whop, whop, whop. And then I think after like 20 minutes, I went downstairs, and my dad was like, I understand you were in the bathroom. I've calmed down now, so, I'm not about to. And thinking back on, that's crazy. That's a little crazy.
That's a little wild.
That's a bit of a crazy line that it doesn't seem like a punishment then.
Seems like you're taking your anger out, you know?
I don't think that's the problem.
I don't think I would have caused that, you know?
Poor form, I say. Poor form.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I sat my ass down.
And how did your brothers feel about that?
My brother, I swear to God, dude, they were sitting at the kitchen table. I walked in and they looked at me, tears in their eyes. And when they heard my dad say that shit,
I could just imagine the stank eye you were getting.
They were so pissed.
Did they enact any brotherly revenge after the fact?
Oh no, dude, I was 3 times the size of them. No. They couldn't do that. Even if they teamed up, they couldn't do that. So they just had to sit there like, fine, whatever.
You know what? Fuck you. That's hilarious, actually.
I do know one instance where I can say that if I was put in my dad's spot, I don't know what I would do. And again, I understand like parenting, whatever. I'm not going to give you the full detail on what happened because this is legit one of the worst nights that I ever had pissing my mom off. Well, I guess I got to tell you this. My mom doesn't listen to this, thank God. She backed me in the corner and she was swinging on me. Like, for the head, you know? So, you see how my room's set up right now?
Yeah.
Imagine next to the window, those walls were like out, right?
Like pushed out?
They were in by a couple feet, but that window was still right there, right?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of the 2 walls that were next to me, and we were cleaning up. And she came in swinging. Earlier that night with my brother, something happened. Just know I wasn't in the wrong. But she thought I was. So let me just explain the fucking story. Oh my God. So we were moving and we were supposed to clean up our entire upstairs, right?
Yeah.
And my brother pissed off to the guest room to try to get out of helping clean everything. So I went in there to kind of pressure him into, hey, get up. I wasn't real nice about it. I was like shouting at him because I was, annoyed. But he started, dude, the little fucking chihuahua went for my legs. He just started like kicking up at me, and he don't know how to fight. So he's just like throwing his hands and feet on me, right?
All right.
I grab him, he twists, falls off the bed onto his wrist, right? He runs off to the bathroom crying. I'm in there trying to fold clothes, shove things in bags or whatever. Yeah. I hear my mom get up the steps and she peers into the bathroom and she just sees him holding his wrists and he says, right? Now, he tells her later that like it was his fault, yada, yada, yada. But I forgot what I did that annoyed her or pissed her off before that, but she was already pissed off at me. So she just came in smacking me upside the head, throwing, right? I put my hands up and I am, 2 feet taller than her, about 200 pounds heavier. So I can't do anything. Plus it's my mom. I'm not about to swing on my mom, but she's swinging at my head. I'm telling her to stop because she's actually connecting, and she doesn't. She just keeps swinging. So I shove her. I shove her back. And if you got a mom, I've heard from multiple people with a mom like this. They do this shit, right? She stood there for a second, and then she started telling everybody that I shoved her to the ground, got on top of her, and punched her in the face. And she looked me dead in my eyes and said, do you see this red spot on my forehead? And in my head, I was like, if I punched you in the face, I'm fairly certain it'd be more than just a red dot on your forehead.
Yeah.
But she calls my dad. My dad pulls up and she tells him that she walked in there. I shoved her to the ground and punched her in the face. She goes back in the house. I come out there and he says, what happened? I tell him what I just told you.
Uh-huh.
And then my mom comes back out here and he says, well, your mom told me this, so do you want to change your answer? And I was like, no. And he looked me dead in the face and was like, I didn't plan for that. Shit. And he hadn't smoked in years. He asked my mom for a cigarette and he was like, God, what happens? Like, what do we do? What do we do?
Do you want to change your answer? No. Well, it's your word against hers.
Because dude, when your parents ask that, they feel like or they know they've caught you in a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to change your answer?
And usually,
that's
since
when
you're a kid, you
down.
never really double down. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you break down. You're like, yeah, I'm sorry, but no. I was like, no, what I told you happened. It's just that look. I'll never forget that look. And that's why I say, yeah, I would have no idea like what to do. Of like, okay, so do I believe the kid?
I mean, does your dad know that your stepmom had the tendency to do something like that, to blow something up out of proportion to make her make her seem like less of a victim or more of a victim?
That was my mom.
That was your mom. Okay, well, did she know she do that?
Yeah. So maybe he was just trying to save face. What's even crazier, the next day we were going to my aunt and uncle's wedding, and I went early to go help them set up stuff. And my uncle was like, so I heard about what happened. I know how your mom gets, but like, you can't be shoving her. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll just let the bitch swing on me, dude. I guess.
That's kind of what's expected out of dudes nowadays, and I kind of don't like that, to be honest. Yeah. Like, just let them hit you, like, for what? Like, no.
Yeah.
If I don't want to be hit, I'm just not going to be hit. That doesn't mean I'm going to swing back, but I'm not going to get hit.
I will say, calling me out on bullshit, my uncle got me good one time. He got me good. And I was a 5-year-old, like 5, 6 years old. All right. Mm-hmm. And he got me with a total lie. And I thought it was the truth. Right.
Mm-hmm.
For my brother's birthday, he got this big ass chocolate bar and they put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
And I'd go in there, get me a little nibble. I'd go get me a little bite. I thought nothing of it. But my uncle realized that like half that bitch was gone and my brother hadn't taken a bite out of it. Hey, this happened over several days. All right?
Oh, okay.
Several days.
I'm going to take a little nibble. Next thing I hear is half of that bitch is missing.
Half that bitch is gone, yeah. But no, my uncle is like, so have you been eating your brother's chocolate bar? I said, nah, I would never. And he was like, each individual person has a teeth mark. And this fits what your teeth look like. And I legit looked him in the face. I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm beneath it. And now looking back on it, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, bro.
To some extent, maybe, depending on how you were eating that chocolate bar. But I doubt you were were you taking the whole ass chocolate bar and just taking bites out of it?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
maybe.
They probably could have just lined that bitch up to your teeth and said, look here.
No, but like my uncle who had no dental acumen in the slightest. No, he just used some bullshit he came up with to be like, this will get it out of him. And it did. So I guess fuck me. I guess joke's on me.
He got your ass.
He got my ass, bro.
I don't think I can't think of any significant time I was called out on a lie. Like, any time that they thought I was lying, like I genuinely thought what my story was the truth until I found out otherwise. But I don't think I've ever really I don't think they called me out and be like, "Are you sure?" And I, rat myself out or anything.
I think I've lied a lot more than I remember. Because
I'm not gonna say I don't lie. I'm pretty sure I did.
Dude, my mom. I remember. I have this memory, and I question it all the time. My mom once told me, she looked at me and she was like, you know, kids who lied in the Bible got stoned to death. You know that? And in the moment, I was like, what? Sorry, God. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, what were you trying to accomplish? Why are we using
truth,
that?
The fear of God, I guess.
Are you going to stone me to death? Is that what you're telling me? Like, why are we bringing this up? You know what I mean?
I always wonder. I mean, but like, then you have shit like Fear Factor, shows like that. So I imagine it's just to instill fear. Like, I don't think
That's
are
fucked up,
really
though.
implying that they'll stone you for lying, but they want you to think that something bad's going to happen.
They want me to think they'll stone me to death?
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say that something bad's going to happen.
If you lie on church on Sunday, they're going to drag you to the front. They're going to start throwing stones at your little ass, huh? You want to wake up and watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Monday, huh? You want to go home and watch the Titans? You better not lie.
Or that stone's going right for your noggin.
Fucked up. That's fucked up.
I mean, okay. Would you send your kid to Fear Factor? Or not Fear Factor. What's Scared Straight?
No.
You wouldn't?
Because
like, even if they were bad?
That has been proven not to work. And in fact, make kids worse. Right?
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
I didn't pay attention to any after the fact. Like, where are they now type shit.
I don't know. I think the whole ruling by fear. Me and my lady have talked about this. We want, if our kids find themselves at like a house party in high school and they're wasted, I want them to feel comfortable enough to call me or call my wife, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
And know that like we're going to bring them home. And yeah, they might get a talking to, but I'm not going to scream their ears off, you know, and I'm not going to punish. I don't know. I don't think I'd punish them, but I definitely talk their, like, you know, we'll have a talk in the morning or whatever.
I feel like I would have those kinds of conversations with my kid as they're getting up to that age of like wanting to party and stuff, because I mean, I know what I was doing when I was like late high school, like super early college, before being legally able to drink. And it's like, I was safe with it, gratefully. But like, I would also want them to be safe and feel comfortable, you know, being able to get home if they want. Because I do know in a lot of those times, like, I tend to cut myself off early so I'm good enough to drive home by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I tend to do. And I would make sure, I mean, I don't want them to cut their fun or anything if they don't feel like it, but I want them to be able to have a ride home guaranteed from me, at least.
Yeah. We've talked about stuff like, we've also talked about how the whole sex talk would go.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't think abstinence is the proper thing. That's what I got told. That's what I got told. Hey, soon you're going to be thinking about tits. Don't.
The most of my sex talk was apparently they thought I was gay at one point, and I was like, no.
That's insane.
I'm not.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's wild you even thought that, but sure, I'm not.
I staged that off by lying. I lied that I was getting bitches, dog.
I didn't feel it necessary to tell my parents what girls I was talking to at the time.
So they were like, he's gay.
Yeah, apparently.
They'd be like, you see how he walked to get another plate? Huh? You see?
No, I didn't. I never had any sort of gait.
Sorry?
Gait is the way you walk.
Just say the way you walk. Let's not add unnecessary language into it. Just say the way you walk.
It's very common, as a matter of fact.
It's not very common. I've never heard it in my life outside
I'm
of
surprised,
this conversation.
to be honest.
which means
I've heard it at Amazon.
It goes
by people we talk to on the daily.
I don't talk
Matter
to
of fact,
people
by
by
Raph. He
Why
even
are you
used
making
Gate.
this a big deal right now? Okay,
Yeah,
It's
you
just
brought
a
it up.
word.
You're the one that didn't know what it meant.
I just said that's stupid. Use the way to walk. You're making it a big deal, like I insulted your entire being.
Yeah, you did. You know what? Yeah.
My entire personality is based around this one language.
This one word. Yep.
By the way, I looked to the side because my little sister's crackhead cat is that just during the night loves to just come up here and start jumping over everything, knocking shit over. Right?
I thought I heard something fall.
Yeah, it really makes you want to grab it by the throat, take it to the Chinese shop up the street. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, I don't know what y'all do with these things. It is a problematic episode.
Yeah, from
old Jackie today, isn't
it? Isn't it? Yeah. Yes, it is.
Listen, this is a character, okay? This is a character making jokes. If you see me out in the street and you're like, isn't that the guy who said you're less of a woman if you can't make some mac and cheese? I'd be like, nah, that wasn't me. All right. That wasn't me.
These are views supported by Jackie.
I said that wasn't me. That was the conglomerate of Red Light Homies.
No,
and in fact, it was influenced by the ideals of my co-host that goes on previous to the podcast. Because my God, the rants he goes on about minorities and women and midgets, to be specific.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's his co-host?
You tell me you don't remember that?
Oh, you were talking about me.
Who the fuck else is the go? Or is
I don't know. You were talking to somebody before you got on here with me or something. I don't know.
Anyways.
These conversations never happened with me.
Anyways. I wouldn't take the cat to the Chinese restaurant, okay? I wouldn't give them a cute little cat to do what they do with. I don't know what they do with. I'm not in their business like that. If you are inferring what I mean by that, I don't know.
Yeah, wherever you thought was fucked up. I mean, you had multiple cats.
They might get a cute little cat. They make a cute little mascot for the little restaurant.
Yeah, you know,
the
little swingy arm things.
No, that's fucked up.
But it's gonna be the real life one that's not doing this because that's not their anatomy.
Yeah, instead of just gonna look at you, be like, help. Anyways.
I don't think he's gonna say that. I think they're just gonna walk up to you and try and ask for pets or something. I don't know.
Anyways, earlier today, I think the cat was up here making a lot of noise. So I was laying in bed scrolling through TikTok, and I start hearing like claws on the wooden floor. Mm-hmm. And my first thought was my dogs, because I just put them up, and sometimes they get out of the kennel. They got, we need to get them new kennels. So sometimes they just get out. So I got up, and I cracked open this door to look at them, and I didn't see Opie in the kennel. So I was like, So I go, and the gate that blocks off the stairway isn't there. So I'm like, he ran downstairs. God. So I go over the stairs. I'm like, Opie. And I don't hear anything. And I'm like, Opie, come on, dude. Nothing. I hear nothing. And usually at this point, he would look up the stairs and he would either come up, or if he's feeling sassy, he'll just completely ignore me.
Yeah.
All right. That's when gentle parenting goes out the window. Motherfucker want an ass whooping. But no, I don't hear anything. And I'm like, that's weird. Like that's weird for me not to hear anything. So I go back in there, and for context, I didn't turn on the light the first time. So I'm just like squinting at his kennel, and I see like a
outline.
Yeah, and I'm looking at like a mass. So I turn on the light, and he's just laying there looking at me, being like, "Dude, I'm here. I'm right here." And I'm like, you are dark. You are black. My God, you completely disappear. He disappears. Dude, at night, I can't tell you how many times he's terrified me when I've been like, dude, where are you? I'll turn on a flashlight and just get the glow of his eyes. It's like,
Yeah, Khan. Whenever we got our German Shepherd, we had the choice between, I think, like 6 or 7 of them, and my mom wanted a boy, so all the girls were out, and they were the only the standard brown and black ones you'd see.
yeah.
The boys were all black. Well, we happened to get the one that didn't have any patch of white on him, whereas my aunt's dog, his brother, has like a white spot in his chest.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that taking hours out at night before we had to put him on a leash due to other things, he would just disappear. Be like, Khan, come here. And he would sit there and look at me before actually coming, but I wouldn't see any of that because he's just so black. So I'm looking for him, and I could be staring dead at him, and I'm looking off the street light, looking for any sort of glare, and I see his eyes, like 2 tiny dots off in the distance. I'm like, come here, and he'll start walking. And he's like, yeah, I'm coming. It's like, dude, I can't see you when you go that far away.
Me and my lady always talk about how Opie is the sweetest dog ever.
Mm-hmm.
And we tell the story of how when we first got him, we went to the pound and he was barking loud, showing his teeth, at the gate or at the cage. And she loved him. She fell in love with him as soon as she saw him. So as soon as she sat down in a room and they brought him in, he wasn't barking. He was up in her lap, panting, and she was petting
doing the
him
thing
stuff.
doing the thing you always warn me about whenever I come over.
Yeah. And he's a scary dog. He is this massive black dog that if he meets you for the first time, he's going to dart for you, barking as loud as he can, but all he's going to do is sit at your legs and beg for you to pet him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He's no home defender. We're fucked. If someone breaks into this house, he's going to run up to him and just lay at their legs and be like, hey, how's it going? Huh?
See, I have a pit bull and a German Shepherd. You would think would be home defenders, and they sure do sound like it until you get inside and meet them, and then the pit bull, his version of playing with you is jumping and putting his whole body weight on you. So sure, he may knock somebody down, and he'll nibble at them. He won't put any force into any bite, but he'll nibble at you. He'll make sure that you use your hand and put it on his head or something to pet him. But that's about it. You're not getting any real mean dog out of him.
The proudest I get with Opie, I've seen get pissed off with other dogs, and we've had to separate him, right?
Yeah.
But if it's a dog that's smaller than him, he legitimately will let it do anything it wants. He had Piggy, who's a bully, and she does not reach his hip in height, and she would rough him up. She would bite at his ankles. She would nip at his face and whatever, and he'd give a little nip back. But usually when my lady has a great story of Piggy wanted to play, so she was biting at his ankles, and Opie just looked up at my wife going, get her off me,
You see
man.
what she's doing? If I were to bite her, I would be in trouble.
Yeah, I would be in trouble. I'd get fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had, before she sadly passed away, my grandparents had a Chihuahua. And, Chihuahua, German Shepherds, and Pit Bull, you would think, well, it's a Chihuahua, so, they're kind of aggressive anyways.
Yeah.
But they just let her do whatever. She for the most part, she's chill around them, or she was chill around them. But there was times where she would just get super territorial because they get too close to my granddad because she's laying down on them, and she will nip, bite, bark, whatever, and they'll look at us like, "What? Can we fight back?" Or
Yeah.
Um, and my granddad's just always letting her do it, and they're like, get her off of him, because if they bite her, she's gone.
My grandparents made a slight mistake in they have this little chihuahua named Fritz. Dude's 15 years old. And not like shaking when he walks, even more so, the chihuahua.
Mm-hmm.
Gray all over. Old boy. But ever since they've gotten him, he's been a little turd. He's been a spawn of the devil. All right. And I'm talking multiple times they've had to take him to the vet because he's gotten off leash and decided to pick a fight with a dog 10 times his size. And he gets fucked up. And my grandparents, the most understanding people, that dog will get fucked up, be laying on the ground legitimately bleeding. And they're like, well, I gotta take him to the vet, pick him up. And the owner of the other dog is like, I'm so sorry, I'll pay for it. And they're like, no, it's his fault. It's him. We know.
We know who started this, and I'm not holding you accountable. This is solely his fault. He did this to his damn self.
But in his old age, he doesn't run after those dogs anymore, right?
Just barks at him, I'm assuming?
Yeah, sometimes. But now he thought, I'm just going to enjoy my retirement years in the house. I'm going to chill. I'm going to be cool,
Mm-hmm.
And then my grandparents bring home a baby German Shepherd, a puppy German Shepherd, and he's pissed. He is so... Anytime that dog sniffs the same air as him, he'll... And I'm like, dude, you will get fucked up. Like...
I doubt I'm going to find it here before the end of this podcast, but we got our German Shepherd like a little while before my Westie died. And he hated him. Yeah. Hated him so much. The German Shepherd was too hyper for him, and he just wanted to lay down and relax, enjoy his retirement. That German Shepherd, let's play. And he would make it known. He became the top dog real fucking quick. Because the German Shepherd kept getting bit by him. So it eventually chilled out. But yeah, it was war zone for the first while.
See, we got Maybell when we got Opie in 21 when he was 3. So now he's 7. So we got Maybell when he was like 4 or 5.
Has it been that long since you got Maybell?
Yeah. Yeah, we got Maybell the first year my lady started working, and that was 2-3 years ago. Now,
damn, time flies.
Time does fly. We're about to enter the 3rd year of this podcast,
That is true, yeah.
Time is...
In a month, almost to the date here.
Yeah. But when she first came around, he didn't like her, but he'd basically just look at us and actively avoid her. And of course she was just a couple weeks old. So she was like, I get a big brother.
Yeah.
So she became immediately attached. And we knew that he would soften up. And now it's to a point where if we like shout at her too loud, or if we go to grab her, he won't do anything, but he'll be like, like, don't touch my sister. I'm like, yeah, you big softy. I know what that is.
Yeah.
And then they'll just give her a pot of what he does that my lady loves that he does, and I'm so sorry. This will be the last thing I say.
Good.
When she gives them a treat together, she tells them to sit, and Maybell's not so great at it. We did a poor job at training her, and it's on us. We're trying to get better at that. But she'll tell him to sit. Opie will sit immediately. And Maybell won't, so he'll like start hitting her back. I get her to sit down. It's so great.
Wish I can get my dogs to cooperate like that. I mean, our German Shepherd, we trained him pretty well, but now we think he gets distracted with the pit bull around because we used to be able to like literally do this hand signal and he would sit down. And now it takes a minute to get his attention for 1, and 2 to make him recognize the signal. And like the pit bull, if you want him to do anything, if you look at him long enough, he thinks he's going to get a treat or something, and he'll do it.
Sensational. We learned Are your dogs very schedule oriented, like pattern oriented?
Not really. Like their schedule fits my mom's more like nowadays. Like they're up at whatever time she's supposed to get home from night shift, and they go to sleep with her throughout the day and whatnot. But
yeah,
that's about it.
I guess how we run our days, it's very schedule oriented. In terms of not like the entire day, but in terms of this is around the time where they'd be doing this, or they'd be eating, or they'd be going to sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
Their kennels used to be right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're cleaning up this room and moving stuff out because we're going to make this pretty much the main area for Sunday.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize how massive a schedule for them is until we try to put them in the kennel before we started recording this. Because usually all we have to do is come in here and be like, all right, bedtime, get in your kennel. And they'll be like, all right. They'll just go straight in the kennel. We said bedtime, get in the kennel. And they just looked at us in the face, just sitting there. And we're like, what are y'all doing? Get in the kennel. And Opie walked to the bedroom door, and me and her were like, oh my God.
He said, I didn't do it because it's not here. What did you want me to do?
Yeah, it took 10 straight minutes to get them in the kennel, dude.
Damn. I don't think, well, I guess when you say it like that, my dogs do have like a pattern that they follow. And it's like, we always say night night to get them in their kennels. So we'll be like, night night, guys. And the German Shepherd had taken to pretending to go into his, so the pit bull will go into his, because for a minute leaving him out because the pit bull couldn't be trusted on his own.
Right.
And now, like, every time before the German Shepherd actually gets in the kennel, he will go to the side of it, act like he's going in for the pit bull to go in, and then he'll wrap back around and go in himself. So I guess there's that.
There's that.
But on that note, it's been an hour, 7 minutes.
It's been a little over an hour. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I apologize it was all over the place. Z, how you feel?
I feel all right.
You could tell us how you feel by rating the podcast, whatever platform you're listening to, watching on, whatever you want to do. Like it, share it, but especially rate it. Rate it 5 stars. Z, what's a 5-star rating these lovely people can leave?
Well, I didn't know if I wanted to leave it 5 stars due to Red Light Homie and Co.'s group opinions, but now that Z has made it very, very obvious that those were not his views, I think I can give it 5 stars again.
He agreed that they were the conglomerate opinion, by the way. You heard that. You heard that. I speak for the mass, and so does he.
Not.
Which is a power I don't think either one of us wants the other one to have.
No.
But you can also share the episode. Click the crooked arrow and share to whatever platform you want to share on. Or word of mouth. Word of mouth is very, very important. If you got someone come up and say, hey, I want to spend my time filling my ears, filling my time with 2 solid homies on a podcast. Z, what do they say?
Well, you can head on over to the boys Jackie and Z, where they can talk about anything and everything. Everything.
Absolutely, including Z just going back to his Jamaican roots, I guess.
I guess so.
This was the homies Jackie and Z.
That's me.
We'll see y'all next Monday.
Peace out.
Rolling up a little bit of pie. Rolling with some shit that's fine. Fine shit hard on a 9. I'm rubbing on the tabs on the spine. Rolling through in the 8 Wake up, be on the grind. Serving at 6:15. Serving in the 615.